Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are safe and sound. Here I am with the first video of Class 7 Civics Chapter 3 How the State Government Works. Dear children, in Class 6 we learnt that the government in India works at three levels. At national level there is central government, at state level there is state government, and at local level there is local self-government. Also we learnt about the working of local governments in panchayats and municipalities. Now in this chapter we'll try to understand the work of the government at state level. The chapter begins with a storyboard where two children are sitting in school library and reading newspaper. So the one girl says, "Hey, look at this. It says that there is a water shortage in our state and people are falling sick." The other child reads, "In many villages, people were found to be drinking unclean water. Streams have dried up and so have tanks. In the worst affected areas, villagers have been carrying water across great distances. People at the district headquarters Patalpuram receive water supply once in 3 days. The district hospital here is overflowing with patients, a large number of whom are children with acute diarrhea." They are further talking. "On the TV news they said 10 people have died from diarrhea. Is that possible? Can one really die from it?" Another girl replies, "Who knows? Just hope I don't get it." Then in the afternoon they were going back home from school. "My mother said not to have any iced drinks from the market. She gave one of her lectures this morning. You have to be responsible for your health, Shireen." Then suddenly they were stopped and the lady police officer told them that the road was blocked due to the rally and the people had gheroed the MLA's residence. Girls asked, "Really? Why? Has he done something?" Then the police replied, "They seem more angry about what he hasn't done." A man with a mic in his hand was uh, speaking, "And we demand that the authorities take immediate action to bring the public health situation under control. Our MLA must take the responsibility for this." Seeing that the girls were talking to each other, "What a loud voice he has. He must be a leader or something." The other girl says, "I saw him on TV too. He is a member of the opposition." So children, this was the storyboard which describes that there was water shortage in a state and that the people were falling sick due to the consumption of unclean water. The storyboard says that the people at the district headquarters Patalpuram received water supply once in 3 days. And a lot of patients, especially children suffering with acute diarrhea, were being admitted in the district hospital. The storyboard also describes that the people were demanding the MLA of that area to take immediate actions to bring the public health situation under control. Now you might be wondering who an MLA is and how is the MLA accountable for public health. So children, MLA means member of the Legislative Assembly. MLAs are elected by the people and they form the state government. Thus the MLAs represent people and therefore accountable for public welfare. Every state in India has a legislative assembly. Each state is divided into different areas called constituencies. Let's understand it with the example of the state of Himachal Pradesh. The map here shows that the state of Himachal Pradesh is divided into 68 assembly constituencies. From each constituency, people stand in election and amongst them one representative is elected by the people who becomes the member of the Legislative Assembly and is called MLA in short. Now let's understand how these MLAs become minister or chief minister. These MLAs belong to different political parties. For example, you must have heard the names of Congress Party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Janata Dal, Communist Party, Samajwadi Party, and so on. Now, that political party whose MLA have won more than half the number of constituencies in a state is said to be the party in a majority and becomes the ruling party. The other elected representatives of other political parties and independent members are called the opposition. For example, we learnt that the Legislative Assembly of the state of Himachal Pradesh has 68 MLA constituencies. Candidates from various political parties contested in the 2017 assembly elections, and those who won the election became MLAs. Now, a political party would have needed to have more than 34 MLAs to gain a majority, because the total number of MLAs in the Himachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly is 68. The results of the assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh in 2017 clearly tell that the Bharatiya Janata Party had the majority, as it had 44 MLAs. Therefore, it became the ruling party. All the other MLAs became the opposition. The Indian National Congress, that is INC, was the major opposition party, as it had the largest number of MLAs after the Bharatiya Janata Party. INC got 21 MLAs. Besides, there were 2 MLAs who were independent candidates, and 1 MLA was from Communist Party of India, Marxist. They were also among the opposition. After the election result is declared, the MLAs of the ruling party elect their leader, who would become the chief minister. In Himachal Pradesh, Shri Jairam Thakur was chosen as their leader by the Bharatiya Janata Party MLAs. The chief minister then selects the other MLAs as his or her team of ministers. The governor of the state appoints the chief minister and other ministers. Now, children, a governor is the head of the state who is appointed by the central government, and the governor ensures that the state government works as per the rules and regulations of the constitution. Once the chief minister and other ministers are appointed, they have the task or duty to run various government departments or ministries, for which they have separate offices. All the MLAs from the ruling party as well as from the opposition parties meet at a place that is called Legislative Assembly. Here's the picture of Himachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly building, and discuss various issues related to state government and public welfare. So in this way, some MLAs have double or twofold responsibilities, one as an MLA and other as a minister. So children, so far we have learnt that who an MLA is, how is he elected, how the MLAs become a minister or chief minister. In the next video of this chapter, we'll try to understand the working of the state governments. Till that time, you try to solve these questions. 1. Who is an MLA? Second, how is an MLA elected? Third, which party is called the ruling party? Fourth, how do MLAs become a minister or chief minister? I hope you found this video helpful and you liked it. Thank you, children.